देवी महालक्ष्मी पॉलिटेक्निक टिटवाड़ा, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, semester 5th, subject operating system. Now, in previous lecture we will discuss about the chapter number 3, the IPC system. The IPC is the inter-process communication, and now in this video we will learn about the thread. This topic is in last topics in the chapter number 3 from the operating system subjects presented by. Then the last topic in the chapter number 3, the thread. Then what is thread? A thread statement, sometimes called a lightweight process. It is a basic unit of CPU utilization. It comprises a thread ID, a program counter, and a register set and stack. It is a unit of concurrently within a process and had access to the entire code and data parts of the process. Thus, threads of the same process can share their code and the data with one another. It shares with other threads belonging to the same processes its code section, data sections, and the other operating system resources such as open files and signals. Traditionally, for heavyweight processes, has a single thread of control. If a process has multiple threads, that is, it can do more than one task at a time. Many software packages that run on desktop PCs are multi-threaded. A word processor may have a thread for displaying graphics, another thread for reading keystroke from the user, and a third thread for the performing spelling and grammar checking in the background, etc. Threads play a vital role in a remote procedure call. It's called as the RPC system. RPC, as the name implies, is a communication mechanism that allows a process to call a procedure on a remote system connected via network. The calling processes can call the procedures on the remote host. The figure shows single-threaded process and a multi-threaded process. A thread is the fundamental unit of CPU utilization. A thread is a program's execution that uses the resources of a process. A traditionals or the heavyweight processes that has a single thread of control comprise a single thread of control. That is, it can execute one task at a time and thus is referred to as a single threaded process. If a process has multiple threads of control, it can perform more than one task at a time, such as the process is known as multi-threaded process. And single process is performed at a time. It's called the single threaded process. So in the figure shows the single threaded process, the only one threads are executed are there, and the next is the difference between the process and thread. Then process is called as the programs in execution. So process is the heavyweight or the resource intensive, and in threads are the lightweight, taking a lesser resources than a process. Number second difference is the process switching needs interactions with the operating system, and thread switching does not need to interact with operating system. In the multiple processing environment, each process executes the same code but has its own memory and file resources. In the thread, all threads can share same set of open files and child processes. Then next difference is the if one process is blocked, then no other process can execute until the first process is unblocked. In threads, while one thread is blocked and waiting, second thread in the same task can run. Number 5 difference is the process. Multiple processes without using the threads use more resources, and the multiple threaded processes use the fewer resources. Number 6. In multiple processes, each process operates independently of the others. And third, one thread can read, write or change another thread's data. Some another difference are I will explain here. The main definitions is the process and executing an instance of a program is called as the process, and thread is a subset of the processes. It's called as the thread. In process, it has its own copy of the data segment of the parent process, and the thread, it has the direct access to the data segment of the process. In processes, new processes require duplications of the parent process, and in the thread, new threads are easily created. The processes can only exercise control over the child processes, and in threads can exercise the considerable control over the threads of the same process. The memory required for the process and the threads are the runs in the separate memory spaces in the process and run in the shared memory spaces in a thread. The advantages of threads. The threads minimize the context switching time. The threads improve the performance, throughput, computational speed, responsiveness, combinations of a program. The concurrent operations can be achieved using threads within a process, and the use of threads provides the concurrency within a process. Then the efficient communication. The multiple threads are useful in multiprocessor system where the threads run concurrently, separate the processes, and the multiple threads also improve the program performance on a single processor system, permitting the overlap of input and output or other slow operations with computational operations. Then economy, it is more economical to create and context switch threads. Then the threads minimize the context switching time. Then a process with multiple threads makes us great server, for example printer server. The utilizations of a multiprocessor architectures to a greater scales and efficient. A process with a multiple threads makes a great server, for example printer server, and because threads can share the common data, they do not need to use the inter-process communication. Context switchings are fast when working with the threads. Some benefits of a threads are: a thread is a single sequence streams within a process because threads have some of the properties of a processes. They are sometimes called the lightweight process. The benefits of the multiple threaded programming are: the first is the responsiveness, second is the resource sharing, then third, economy, and fourth, the utilizations of a multiprocessor architecture, and these are also advantages of the thread. So I will explain in the utilizations of multiprocessor architectures in deeply. The benefits of the multi-threaded can be greatly increased in a multiprocessor architecture, where each thread may be running in a parallel on a different processor. A single threaded processes can only run on one CPU, no matter how many are available. Multi-threaded on a multi-CPU machines increase the concurrency. In signal processor architecture, the CPU generally move between each thread too quickly as to create an illusion of a parallelism, but in reality only one thread is running at a time. So the economics are important in the threads because the allocating the memory and resources for the processes creations is costly. Alternatively, because threads share the resources of the process to which they belong, it is more economic. Next is the disadvantages of the threads. There are the two disadvantages of a thread. The first is the blocking of a parent threads will stop all child threads. The types of threads. The threads are implemented in following two ways: the user level threads (ULT) and the kernel level threads. Practically, threads can be implemented at two different levels, namely user level and the kernel level. These are the threads. A library which provides the programmers with an application's programming interfaces. For a thread creations and the management is referred to as a thread library. The thread library maps the user thread. Next is the user level thread. It's called as the ULT. User level threads implemented in the user level libraries. So thread switching does not need to call operating system and to cause the interrupt to the kernel. In fact, the kernel knows nothing about user level threads and manage them as if they were a single threaded process. The threaded implemented at the user level are known as the user threads. In user level threads, thread management is done by the application. The kernel is not aware of the existence of a threads. The user threads are supported above the kernel and are implemented by a thread library at the user level. The library provides support for the thread creation, schedulings and management with no support from the kernel. Because the kernel is unaware of user level threads, all thread creations and schedulings are done in the user space without the need for a kernel intervention. Advantages of the user threads. The first is the user level threads does not require the modification to operating system. Number second, easy to represent and manage. User level threads are fast to create and manage. Number third, user level thread can run on any operating system. Number 4, user level threads are fast and efficient. Then, the low cost thread operations is possible in the user level threads. And the user level thread does not require the modifications to operating system. The user level thread library easy to impossible. Some of the disadvantages regarding the user level threads are here. The first is that there is a lack of coordinations between the threads and the operating system kernel. Then the user level thread requires the non-blocking systems call. If a user thread a block in the kernel, the entire process, all threads of the process are the block. The next type of the thread is the kernel level threads. It's called as the KLT. In this method, the kernel knows about the managers and threads. No runtime system is needed in this case. The operating system kernel provides system call to create and manage thread. The threads implemented at the kernel levels are known as the kernel threads. Kernel threads are supported directly by the operating system. The kernel performs the thread creation, scheduling and the management in the kernel space. Because thread management is done by the OS, the kernel threads are generally slower to create and manage. They are the user threads. However, since the kernel is managing the threads, if a thread performs a blocking system call, the kernel can schedule another thread in the application for execution. Also in multiprocessor environment, the kernel can schedule threads on the advantages of KLT, kernel level thread. The kernel can simultaneously schedule the multiple threads from the same process on multiple processes. If one thread in a process is blocked, the kernel can schedule another thread of the same process. Number third is the kernel routines that themselves can multi-threaded. The disadvantages of kernel level thread. The kernel threads are generally slower to create and manage than the user threads. And the kernel requires thread control block. It's called as the TCB for each thread in the pool. Yes. The difference between the ULT and KLT, user level thread and kernel level thread. In user level thread, the user level threads are faster to create and manage. In the kernel level threads are slower to create and manage. Number second difference is the implementations is by a thread library at user level, and in kernel level thread, the operating system supports the creations of a kernel level threads. In ULT, it's a generic and can run on any operating system, and in KLT is a specific to the operating system. Number 4, the multi-threaded can. Next is the user level thread. It's called as the ULT. User level threads implemented in the user level libraries. So thread switching does not need to call operating system and to cause the interrupt to the kernel. In fact, the kernel knows nothing about user level threads and manage them as if they were a single threaded process. The threaded implemented at the user level. First is many to one model. The many to one model maps many user level threads to one kernel thread. The thread management is done in user space, so it is efficient, but the entire process will block if a thread makes a blocking system call. Only one thread can access the kernel at a time. The multiple threads are unable to run in the parallel multiprocessing. The green threads a thread library available for Solaris to uses this model. The implementations of the many to one models, many users level threads to one kernel level thread, allow the application to create any number of threads that can execute concurrently. In this implementation, all threads activity is restricted to user space. Additionally, only one thread can access the kernel at a time, so only one schedulable entity is known as the OS. The advantages of many to one model. The first is the totally portable. Second is easy to down with the few systems dependency. Number third advantages, mainly used in language systems, portable libraries. Next is one-to-one model. The one-to-one model maps each user thread to a kernel. It provides the more concurrency than the many-to-one model by allowing another thread to run when a thread makes a blocking system call. It also allows multiple threads to run in the parallels on the multiprocessor. The Windows NT, Windows 2000 and OS by to implement the one-to-one model. The one-to-one model, one user level thread to one kernel level thread, is among the earliest implementations of a true multi-threading. In this implementation, each user level thread created by the applications is known to the kernel, and all threads access the kernel at the same time. The advantages of one-to-one model: the more concurrency because of a multiple threads can run in a parallel on a multiple CPUs. Number second, multiple threads can run parallel. Number third, the less complications in the processing. Some disadvantages of one-to-one models is the thread creations involves the lightweight process creation. Next is many-to-many model. The many-to-many models, the many user level thread to many kernel level threads, avoids the many of the limitations of the one-to-one model while extending the multi-threading capabilities even further. The many-to-many models, also called the two-level models, minimize programming efforts while reducing the cost and weight of each thread. The many-to-many models multiplexing many user level threads to a smaller or equal numbers of the kernel threads. The number of kernel threads may be specific to either a particular applications or a particular machines. This model allows developer to create as many threads. Concurrency is not gained because the kernel can schedule only one thread at a time. The one-to-one model allows for a greater concurrency, but the developer has to be careful not to create too many threads within an application. Advantages of many-to-many. The first is many threads can be created as per user's requirement. Number second, multiple kernels are equal to user thread. Thank you.